What is going on, everybody? I'm your host, Stacey Cole Morgan, and you are listening to the Morgan Man Sports Podcast here on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are talking about number one prospect Arch Manning on his thoughts of Athens for the campus, the overall atmosphere, and the coaches. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about the Atlanta Reign from their kickoff clash qualifiers week 1 recap. And also we are talking about the ATL FaZe Major 3 qualifiers week 1 preview. So without any further delay, let's go to get straight into today's action. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so number one prospect Arch Manning has came out on Twitter from at On3Sports live on air, and also at UGA Football Live was tagged in this tweet, but at JC Shelton tweeted number one prospect Arch Manning, end quote. Athens is probably the best college town I've been to. The coaches are all good people. They know how to win, know what it takes. Guys, honestly, the way things are trending, Arch Manning is probably going to land in Athens next year. You know, after this season with Stetson Bennett, hopefully we win another natty. But if we don't, that's fine because we got Arch Manning. I believe it's going to be on the way. And you know Kirby Smart is just desperately trying his hardest. He is going full sweat mode like you would in Call of Duty to get Arch Manning, because he knows if you land Arch Manning, the nephew of Eli and Peyton, you're in good company. You are in great company. Not just good, but great company right there with the Manning last name. And of course, again, you know, Peyton and Eli, they're teaching him the ropes of the football game and everything like that. And then you go into Athens where you have a national championship winning head coach in Kirby Smart. Guys, that is amazing to be in that type of situation. So what do you guys think? Do you think Arch Manning will choose Georgia as his college destination for next year to play for the next 3 to 4 years and hopefully win us a national championship or 2 or 3 or 4? Hell, every year we win a national championship with Arch Manning. But yes, no, let me know in the comment section below or at Sports Podcast on Twitter. Ladies and gentlemen, I will have that in the bio below for you guys to go follow me on Twitter. So going into the next segment, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about the Atlanta Reign coming off their week 1 kickoff clash qualifiers. And this is in week 1 right here. So the Atlanta Reign did face off against the Florida Mayhem and the NYXL, not the NYSL because that's Call of Duty League. So the Reign did go up against the Florida Mayhem as their first opponent for the 2022 season, the 5th season of the OWL. So now I am going to go ahead and fair warn everyone here. I will be butchering a lot of these map names, so please do excuse me. So Leching Tower, the Atlanta Reign did fall to the Mayhem 2-1 in that scenario, but still the Atlanta Reign put up a good fight. It was tied in series 1-1 for that particular map, but then just the Mayhem just took over from there. Elchenweld, the Atlanta Reign did win 5-4 over the Mayhem in that, moving the payload. Watch point Gibraltar, if I'm pronouncing that right, 1-0. And Colost is 1-0 in favor of the Atlanta Reign. So now the Atlanta Reign is up 1-0 in their series in win-loss records. Going into Saturday, the Atlanta Reign did face off against the New York Escalar NYXL, and the Atlanta Reign did 3-0 the New York team, which is honestly surprising because in the past, this New York team has been very dominant and has beaten the Atlanta Reign several times. So going into the series right here, the Reign did 2-0 the NYXL on Oasis, and then 3-2 on Kings Row, and 3-2 on Route 66. Route 66 is definitely a give or toss map for the Atlanta Reign, but going into Kings Row definitely is a map that the Atlanta Reign has definitely struggled on ever since the inaugural season of the OWL. And they just really need to practice that map a lot more. Like, you go into that series and you're thinking as an Atlanta Reign fan, oh shit, here we go. We're going to definitely lose this map right here. They've won it a few times before, but it's still, Kings Row is just not the Atlanta Reign's map. But I am lucky though that they did pull off the W against the NYXL in 3-2 fashion. So now moving on over, ladies and gentlemen, to the Call of Duty League for the Atlanta FaZe. Now, the Atlanta FaZe only has one match this weekend, and that's actually tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the time that you're listening to this podcast on Thursday. But that will be Friday the 13th. Pulling that up right now on my calendar. Yes, Friday the 13th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I would definitely be watching that. The Atlanta FaZe is coming off a terrible loss. Well, I wouldn't say terrible. It was definitely a well thought battle between them and Optic Texas during the Pro AM Classic tournament. And, FaZe just looks good. But when they go up against Optic, it's just like everything falls apart. They can beat the Gorillas. They can beat... Well, I wouldn't say the Gorillas because we did lose against them in that Major 2 tournament, championship round. But still, though, you can beat the Gorillas. You can beat the LA Thieves. You can beat any other team. But whenever you go up against the Optic Texas squad, everything falls apart. So definitely the role switch in between our cities and Celium was great. You could tell that the momentum was there, but still there's a lot of things that need to happen in order for FaZe not to be chalked anymore. Because I want to say it was Enable, the former Seattle Surge player, who said that FaZe is pretty much chalked until they beat Optic Texas. And that's pretty much true. I'm not going to disagree with Enable because, he is a pro legend himself. So, anyways, this weekend, Friday the 13th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Atlanta FaZe will go off against the New York Subliners, the Pro AM Classic Tournament champions. This is Crimsic's 30th championship victory. So definitely he has reached a huge milestone in his career. And definitely is looking to continue by hoping to win the Major 3, Major 4, and the Call of Duty World League Championship. But I don't think that will be happening this Friday, though, for the NYSL. I believe they will fall short to the Atlanta FaZe in a 3-2 fashion. Definitely, Subliners are going to be there. They're going to compete and they're going to win 2 maps. But FaZe is still just a better overall team than most of these teams, and the New York Subliners is one of those included. So what do you guys think? Do you think FaZe is pretty much chalked for the rest of the season, like Enable said, until they beat Optic Texas? Or do you think FaZe is fixing to start finding that momentum like they did late in the Cold War season and just start totally wreaking havoc? Because that is all the time I have for today's episode. I sure hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to like button wherever you are listening from. Sorry for no Atlanta Falcons content today. Everything is now kind of just died out since the draft is completely over with. I'm fixing to go listen to that Dukes and Bell interview with head coach Arthur Smith. Definitely everybody is saying there's no cookie cutting, no slogans, no nothing. It was just straight facts from this man. And I cannot wait to listen to it. I retweeted it on my Twitter, so I know I can find it and listen to it. But anyways, guys, again, like I said, I sure hope you did enjoy it. If you didn't, make sure to like button wherever you are listening from. Please give me a 5-star rating on Spotify. It definitely does help out with me possibly getting ranked here very soon on my Spotify account, and just getting better each and every single day thanks to you guys. So again, hope you all enjoy it, and I, Morgan, will catch you all later. Peace.